Welcome back to another episode of Creating a Village. I'm your host, Milli, here to help nurture the village within you. And we have an extremely special episode today. Woo! Today, this is our first in-person podcast studio. First off, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Riverside Epicenter, so much for this, because this is beautiful. This is beautiful, y'all. If you're only listening, you should go look at the YouTube video because it's amazing. But also, today we're announcing a very, very, very special partnership. And we have a special guest today, Miss Mirah Young.
Hello. Hello. Thank you so much for having me on Creating a Village. And thank you so much for saying yes to our partnership. So I'm so grateful. I am the founder of Joyinside, and we are a nonprofit that helps young individuals with life skills and business case studies. We also pride ourselves on making apprenticeship easy. So we're going to dive into that soon, but thank you so much, Milli, for having me.
Yes. Oh my goodness, y'all, I'm nervous. This is so professional. It's wild. So first and foremost, I want to say it's been such a pleasure, just getting to know you over these past couple of months.
Truly.
Yes, no, this is so amazing. I'm excited. I want to first talk about Joyinside. How did Joyinside come to be? What's it about? What sparked the idea of putting joy inside of people?
That's a great question. When I first came up with Joyinside, it was 2017, and I was still in college myself, and I was trying to find the joy within me. I had everything that I kind of wanted, but I didn't feel fulfilled, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just in college, and I went to and I started to learn more about business and business case studies and what I could do to solve problems for people, and that became the joy inside of me. And I did not know what to name it, and I didn't know why I named it Joyinside. It just came to me out of thin air.
Oh God.
Yes, it was definitely God that helped me to navigate the joy inside of me. And then when I felt true joy, I had to share it. I had to share what I felt and help other people find joy inside of them. So that's where I came up with the name. And now we are helping young individuals that are from the ages of 17 to 27 understand business and get real hands-on experience, and also make apprenticeship easy.
Yes. Oh, that is so amazing. You know, when you're just talking about getting hands-on experience, so I went to a high school called Cristo Rey Atlanta Jesuit High School. It's in the heart of downtown Atlanta. It opened up my freshman year. So it's actually we're about to celebrate our 10-year anniversary, which is really crazy because that means I'm getting old. But so they opened up my freshman year, and it's a Catholic school, but they have a work study program. And so through the work study program, we got to go to different Fortune 500 companies and just get that corporate experience, learn about business etiquette. Before we went into the actual school year, over the summer, they have I believe it's called the Business Training Institute, and so we'll go to school, and then we'll do business etiquette. We'll learn about printing and resumes and all that stuff, preparing us for the school year. And I will say, hands down, I'm so grateful that I had that experience. Literally. Because you just learn so much, even if you don't go into the corporate world, because I'm not in the corporate world, but it just teaches you so much about how to interact with people,
right?
How to organize things, right. Things to think about if you want to start your own business, if you want to help someone else. Right. There's just so many good things that come from being able to be an apprentice, to be under someone's wing.
Right, and especially someone that's skilled. And just tying back into Creating a Village, when we decided to do this partnership, I was thinking to myself, the most important thing that I need is a village.
Yes.
I need like-minded people and like-minded individuals that are willing to take the steps that it takes to be their best self and really find that joy inside. And to your viewers and to your, the people that you have watching, they're here for a reason, because either they want to be a part of a village or they want to create their own village in their community, and what type of village that is. And after watching your content and seeing that you really hone in on life skills and everyday things that people need to know, it was vital that I had you, come and partner with us and, work with us to help us to create that village and have more like-minded people like you around.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yes, no, that's exactly what I saw too when you were like approaching me with this, because just a little bit about creating a village. If you don't know, now you will. I didn't create. God created creating a village. Because originally I was trying to come up with a podcast idea, and it was surrounded around quotes, because, people, they say a lot of good things. It could be inspirational, motivational. People just hear a lot of good things, and it can change the trajectory of their life. So I wanted a podcast where people would come on and talk about different types of quotes that they've learned throughout life, like if they got it from a conference, a TV show, something like that. But just the planning, it wasn't clicking for me. It wasn't sitting right. And so I was just kind of reflecting on the process and everything, because it's like, it's just not it. And then all of a sudden, creating a village just like, and I was like, that's it. Because also, as I was reflecting, I was telling myself, the reason I'm doing this, the reason I'm creating a podcast is because I want to create a village. I want to create a place for people to come, to be able to get support, to learn the things that they don't know about, to just get inspiration and exposure to different things, because that's probably the most important thing in the world is exposure, because no one will be able to reach their full potential if they don't even know the thing that they could be good at.
Right.
If they don't know about it. What did you say that made me, I don't know, practical life skills.
Yes.
Yes. And also, I don't know when home ec was taken out of schools, the school system in the United States of America, but like I grew up seeing high school movies where you would go to wood shop, you would go to the cooking class, you have driver's ed. When I went to school, we didn't have none of that. That was really wild. I was really expecting that. I was really excited to have my sack of flour baby.
A new lease on life. You're like, listen, I can't wait.
No, I was like, we're gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna learn so much. We're gonna eat in class. None of that. None of it. Just none of it. And so I wanted to be able to have that now for people. Because one of my ultimate goals is to have a community center where people can just come in and learn those things, be able to practice those things, and not feel like, I don't know anything at all.
Right, and that is exactly why Joyinside was created. Because we wanted to have that community to come to us and say, what skills do I need to know when I get in the real world? And really giving them an opportunity to get in the real world. What I found was an issue with when I was in college is when you get out of college, they want you to have experience. And it's more experience than just an internship. They want you to have real world experience, but nobody's giving real world experience to somebody that don't have experience. Nobody's like, I'm not, you're not making the mark at all. And you're taking jobs that you really may not want, you really may not want to do, because they're the only people that's going to hire you. Yeah. So I wanted to offer opportunity for people to know exactly what they're getting themselves into before they get themselves into these situations, and really be prepared with real world skills, putting them out there in the forefront. Speaking of business etiquette, one thing that we do in our trainings is we have a business etiquette role play. And that
sounds cool.
Yes, it is super, super effective. Because it really gives you an idea of what you're stepping out into the real world. You may not be in corporate, you may not be in, you may not ever do anything in corporate, but you will have to deal with people and network at any position you get. So the real world business etiquette, like role play. We offer a plethora of clothes for everyone to try on, and they have to play their role. They pick a card, and that card could be a shy person. That card could be a CEO. That card could be a photographer. That card could be anything. And they have 45 minutes to get the most business cards as possible. So it's really it's an engaging factor, and it really gives them an idea of what to expect, because everybody's not going to be outgoing. Everybody's not going to want to talk. Everybody's not going to want to be the CEO. But what does that look like in a room? What does that look like? Because when it's happening in real time, you may not be able to, really dissect the situation at the time. So I wanted to give this community of joy inside. I wanted to give our joyful community a place where they can dissect real world issues and be able to come into the real world with a different lens.
Now that's really wonderful, because business etiquette that's a real thing.
Yes. Yes, it really is.
Sometimes you would think, I was just talking with, my boss was just sharing a story the other day. She was saying when she first got into the business world, from her perspective, like business attire was what you would wear to church.
Right.
Or just so like a nice dress or something like that. And that's fine. But in the business world, there's actually like business professional, business conservative, business casual, smart casual. There's so many things that like people aren't aware of until they get in the space. But then you're in the room and everyone else looks completely different. And now you're like, oh, I don't feel like I belong here. But if you know ahead of time, that's like really good. So I think that's one amazing, especially the being able to try on clothes part, because I know sometimes people will just give like a presentation. Like, okay, this is what you could have. You need a white shirt, dark blue, black. But being able to like try it on in the moment and be able to see the types of things that might look good on you, that might not look good on you, and stuff like that.
And then we're in an evolving world of business etiquette. And I think as we evolve, the clothing is not a major thing, because now people just want the best of the best. And if you're the best of the best, you might wear what you want to wear. You get what I'm saying? Because you're like, you need me. I don't need you. You get what I'm saying? So you might wear what you want to wear. But in all respect of beginners getting started, I think just to have a basis understanding of why it's important to wear blue and black at certain times, and why it's important not to wear loud colors at certain times is also a thing, because it really just depends on, where you're going, who you're talking to, and understanding that organizational structure and culture to be able to do that. I think more cultures have been a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more fun, because they really just want you to get to the job, just get to the job, whatever you got on, we're good with that. It's evolving, but I think it's still, as experience increase, I think it's still there for people to have some basic understanding of business etiquette.
Yeah, no, I feel like having basic understandings of a lot of things will take you such a long way.
That is true.
Yes, and I think manners are really important. That's going to be a podcast episode, because y'all, the world needs help with manners and respecting people. Yes.
That's true.
Sorry.
That is true.
No, that is true.
Because manners are, I would say that's part of business etiquette. Because, and that's why the role play training is so important, because it tells you how to act. So some people, they don't know how they're acting. They just know that I'm me. I do what I want to do. I talk how I want to talk. I'm me. But they don't understand that may be affecting their opportunities. So if where you do a role play scene, you can see it in real time how that's affecting your opportunities. If you're so boisterous, you're so loud, and it's not the time, and you can't read the room, then you sit back and be like, okay, and also to sit in that person's shoes and say they don't recognize what they're doing, and be able to identify with that person in a very calm and subtle way, because I think sometimes the delivery is important, because if you were like, oh, you just don't got no manners, it's like, I'm not going to listen to you. But, if your delivery is a little bit, more subtle, and you can communicate with someone on a level of you have great opportunities that's waiting for you. It's your time to, you know, grow out of maybe being so much of like what you used to be, because I think people pride themselves on, I ain't never changed, you know, like I'm the same, but
I'm me.
Right.
I'm real.
Right. It's like you're so real that
it's affecting your opportunities.
Exactly.
So.
And I always tell people you are only as great as all of your decisions. That's what got you to this point, is the decisions that you have made up until now has got you to this point. And if you're happy with where you are, then that's great. But if you're not, it's time to make a change. Yeah.
And that just brings me back to like exposure, because something I've realized recently is a part of this podcast is also having like self-reflection, allowing people to maybe ask themselves questions, or just, you know, you expose them to something, like a different idea or a concept, or just even talking about myself and how I approach something, and they can be like, maybe I approach it that way too.
Right.
Maybe I need to keep doing that, or maybe I need to change. Like, just that being able to see it for yourself, because other people can tell you. They can tell you in the nicest way, but you be like, oh, I don't see it as a problem.
Right.
I'm good. But thank you.
Yes.
So self-reflection in any space that you're in is always really important.
I agree with that. And I think it takes self-reflection to make a change, because people could tell you whatever they want to tell you. They could say, I think this, I think that, but it's like, what do you think? And then you have to listen to yourself, because ultimately you're the person that's going to make the decision. Whether you want to change, whether you like, I'm fine with it. You know, I don't have no problem. You the one that have a problem, you know? So it's like, you really have to, I think, assess the situation, and also always go back to God and listen to the voice of God, and then see if that aligns with what whoever is telling you, what they're telling you, or if, you know, your spirit is telling you something, make that change. But always, you know, go to God first and figure out if that is something that really needs to be done. And I think, with that being said,
yes. Why did you say it like that? I'm sorry, I didn't pick up.
So I was just saying, at any time, at any point, you should go to God and see if any changes need to be made.
Yes, no, I heard that.
Oh, okay.
But you said, with that being said, and I was saying, why did you say that?
Oh, because I thought we were going to the next topic. I'm sorry.
We were.
Okay.
I was going to let you finish talking. Okay. So I want us to kind of talk more about the training program. If we could like lay out maybe, what does the timeline look like? What does the commitment look like? How, if someone's interested, where do they go?
That is a great question. So, our program is a 3-week training. It starts with the three-week training, and that training looks similar to any other training that you would go to, but it is every other day. We will have our joyful members come in, and we will ask them for 2 hours of their time, whether it's virtual or in person, and we do engaging trainings. The first week we start off with just basic learning about them. It's an intro therapy session that all of our joyful members go through, because this is going to be an intense training, honestly. We start off with the therapy. From the therapy, now it's time to get some motivation. Motivation about what you're about to embark on. From there, on day 9, we start our respective fields. So each person has an industry. When we talk about solving business case studies, we do micro businesses. So each.
I have a good question for the audience. What is a business case study?
That is great question. So a business case study is where you find something that is an issue within a business, and you break down how you can analyze whatever that problem is. So it can be something as simple as, we cannot figure out a financial model that works for us to get enough revenue. So like, you know, you're selling waters, and you're just walking around like, hey, buy a water from me. Okay, so that financial model is not working. People are not going to buy. So we would come in and have our joyful members come in and say, let's assess why are you just walking around selling waters, and why are you not selling them online? Why are they not on Amazon? And giving them more financial models that they can use, whether it's a subscription model, so we would give them options. But to answer your question, a business case study is really just laying down all of your issues and analyzing those issues and then coming up with a solution.
Yes, and that helps you learn as an individual too, like assessing your own problems and issues outside of the company world too. Oh, that's a
that is true. That is true. And I think that once you start to analyze issues more and more, you become more of a solutionizer, even in your own personal world.
Yeah.
Being the founder of Joyinside, I learned that the founder of anything, you have to dissect yourself and you have to be ready. So if that's come with most jobs, like if it's a high pressure, high stress job where it's a lot of people depending on you, you become like, you have to dissect and get through your own problems before you can help somebody else with their problems. Yes. So it becomes a thing of like, okay, what can I fix within myself so I can help others? Because I think in 2017 when I started, it was difficult because I didn't really know. I had a great idea. I know I wanted to help people, but it's like I got my own stuff going on. I'm dealing with whatever. So
no, precisely. That's honestly what I'm kind of going through right now, because I'm like, I know I want to help people. I know I want the village, but also what am I doing? Right. What's going on with Jay now?
That's true. And that is, it comes to that point where you have to answer those questions, and you have to be able to answer those questions so that when someone is looking for your help and they're looking for that hand, you can pull them up, or you can, be the inspiration, the motivation, whatever that they need. Yeah. And it took me a long time to get there, and I knew that. That's why I kind of was very slow on everything that I did, because I'm like, I don't really have enough world experience. I would always say that, like, I don't really have enough world experience yet. Like, you have traveled, you have to talk to people, but I don't got enough texture. Like, We're
the same person. I'm like, I don't have no experience to be telling nobody nothing.
Right. Especially if I'm in college and I'm trying to get college people to work with me, It's like, come on, let's be real. You're going to be like, girl, we both in the same situation. Well, I'm listening to you.
Exactly.
So I was conflicted. And then I realized who better to do this job than people that are in this position. Because that's what goes back to the whole resume thing. It's like, people want you to have this esteemed resume coming straight out of college. But it's like, I don't really have any experience. And maybe you just were so laser focused on school, you didn't have time. Or maybe you were taking care of a loved one and you didn't have time to, put so much energy as the next person. And now you're ready, but now no opportunities are coming to you. So Joyinside gives you that title, gives you that experience, and it also gives you real world access to people, networks that you're going to create. And by creating that, you create your own village.
Oh, that's so beautiful, you guys. Create your own village by meeting other people that are like-minded, learning together. I think those are actually the best experiences, because I went to Howard School of Business, and so School of Business is really small, not really small, but it's smaller than other schools on campus. And when we come in, they have business training, business orientation, that's what it's called. And so they put us in teams, and we have to do case studies. We have corporate sponsors, so we have to interact with different corporations. And it's just like going through all of that together, staying up late to plan their presentations, thinking of different ideas. It was just so wonderful to like form those bonds with people, and then also like go out into the world, and we still keep in contact to this day.
And that's amazing.
Exactly.
That really is, and that's what it's all about. It's about creating. It's really about creating that village, and that's why I love that. I love that name. Creating a village is like, it really speaks to so much, because you need a village to do what you're doing, to be able, this is not just a podcast. And that's why I wanted to partner with you, because this is creating something that like-minded people that are young like ourselves want to be able to say, where do I go? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love listening to a good podcast, but when I met Milli, I was like, where do they go? I listened to it. Now they can come to Joyinside, and now they can actually apply that real world experience. Now they can actually apply what they've learned, on Creating a Village podcast. So it kind of just gives a pipeline for your viewers to say, it's somewhere for me to go. It's somewhere for me to, talk to people that know and have been through my experience, and they can speak to it.
Yeah.
So
we love a good pipeline.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now we're going to a segment in the podcast called #InMyVillage. And basically it's a life lesson that we want to share with the public, and I will give you no more information.
A life lesson that I learned is a very interesting one. As I am very young and I am a leader in my community, as anyone can imagine, as you grow as a leader, you're going to lose the person that you were before. And you're going to lose that person because that's no longer who you are as you grow. And when you lose the person that you were, you also lose some of the friends that you had, some of the people that you thought will always be around you, because the person that they knew is no longer there. Yeah. The person that they're comfortable with they're no longer comfortable with. And it was a very hard lesson for me to lose friends and lose people until I realized that that's because they wanted that person that I was before. And I couldn't give that anymore because I was now a leader. I was now in charge of this. I was now doing so many new things that everything that I knew or that I believed, I had to, lay that to rest to be able to come into my newfound path in my life that I've seen myself having. So one of the biggest lessons was being able to grow and be able to be okay with the people that walked away and the people that decided that they no longer wanted to deal with the new me. And that's going to happen in any, as you grow, you're going to lose people. And it hurts because you're like, you my girl. I seen you, we were together. Like, we did everything together. We talked, and it's like, at this point, I'm not there anymore. So I think the biggest lesson I've learned as a young leader is to be okay with people walking away and just stay steadfast to the mission that you have ahead, because God has put this purpose on you, and it's very important that you see it through.
Oh, the snaps. That's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I have a question. So when you were becoming okay with it, were there any things that you did in particular? Did you maybe start journaling, or did you just have moments? Did you just pray, or how was that kind of process kind of?
So usually what I would do is, if I feel like I'm not in a place of peace, or I could feel like, okay, things are going to get shaky, I go on a fast. I usually fast like a water fast to clear my mind, to clear my space, and to hear from God so that I can connect to see what is next for me. If it's really major, that's what I do. If it's not that major, what I'll do is probably take myself out to eat, treat myself nice.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, and just I forgot about what happened. It's not, if it's not that deep, I'll just go ahead and treat myself. But usually I go and I talk to God, I meditate every morning, and I just give him gratitude, because it's a blessing to be in such an amazing situation and position. And it's like, this is the task you've assigned me to. So I have to see it through. And it's like, it doesn't matter to me who walks away as long as God doesn't leave me, So that's really my focus, and I stay steadfast on that and just stay to the mission, because I think whatever you think about, whatever you continue to have in your mind will manifest. Whatever you focus on, and if you focus on good will happen. If you focus on things that are not so good, or it's not gonna go right, or that's what's probably gonna happen. So I realized that, and after taking that time to myself, usually I just, either I'll fast or we going out and having a good time. because that's what life is about.
Having a good time. Woo-woo. No, that's so amazing. I just want to say, I love you. You're like, since meeting you, I've grown so much. Like, you tell me so many little gems. You just be dropping them, just drop. Oh my goodness.
I enjoy, like, I have had the most joyful moments with you from the time I've met you. And what I want to say is you are an effective person. Like, all you need to do is know. And that's what I think your audience, why you're speaking to your audience. Because, like, sometimes you just need to know. And you're going to go. And you're going to do it. And you're going to make it happen. And that's what it's about. It's about growing. It's about making it happen. And, we all have good friends. And we all have people that we just sit around, watch TV with and stuff like that. Yeah. But the kind of relationship that we were able to build in such a short time is, like, it's God-given, honestly. I do believe that. I really do believe that. Yes. Because I couldn't have met somebody so intertwined with what I'm already doing, what you're already doing, and then, make it bigger than life. So I'm just so grateful that we were able to make this happen. Truly. Okay, I'm
sorry. Okay. That was so nice.
I really am.
I'm very grateful as well.
Yes, I really am.
Yes. Okay. So, starting to close up, can you share some closing remarks, practical life advice that you want, like, the people to know? It doesn't have to be related, but it can be related to Joyinside or business etiquette, career development.
Some advice that people should know.
What you want people to know? I don't know.
What I would tell people is, if you're breathing, you have an opportunity. And I know that sounds so cliche, but it's true. You have an opportunity to make a difference in your life. And I want you to take a deep breath and breathe, because your time starts now. Your life starts soon as you take that breath. And do not give up, and no matter how hard it gets, because this is what life is about. And I was yearning to get some texture, to get into a situation where I'm like, I gotta learn something. I gotta fight for my rights. Yay! And I know people are like, what? It's like, because you have to have that balance. You have to have something coming up against you so you could feel like, yeah, I'm here. I'm doing it. I made it through that. Yeah, period. Exactly. So, make it through with taking deep breaths, and remember that every time you take another breath is another opportunity.
Wow, that's so amazing. You just have all the little phrases and things to do. That is so nice. I really like that.
Thank you.
Just every time you take a breath, you have an opportunity.
You have another opportunity.
Wow, that is
true.
Really
you have to
nice.
Give me one now.
Oh, yes. Okay, I was going to ask you to elaborate more. If you have, like, any different type of exercises or anything related to that. But sure. While you talk, I'll think.
Okay. So elaborating on that, like I said in the beginning, usually I do meditation and prayer. Meditation and prayer are different, just for the people that don't know, because when you're sitting in silence, you have to shut your mind off. And that is meditation. When you're talking to God, you're having a conversation. And that is when your mind is working and you're getting downloads and things are coming to you. Things come to you in meditation and silence as well, but sometimes you need to have your mind shut off and hear nothing. And I meditate and then pray so that I can try to get clearer with, okay, is the spirit talking to me, or is this me talking to me, trying to figure, you know what I'm saying? Because it get kind of confusing sometimes. You're like, who, is that me? Because you want to hear what you want to hear, like whatever you may be going through, you want to hear that. So I think the breathing through the meditation is very important to clear your mind. And then also to be able to have a connection with God on a real level. Like, God know you. Stop playing. Stop playing. He know you. He know you. He see you. Yeah. So don't try him, okay? Don't be out here doing the most. Have a real relationship with him. Tell him what's going on, and he's waiting for you to do that. He's waiting for you to be real with yourself, because he already know. You the one that's lying to you, trying to like, girl, what are you doing? Yeah. It's very vital that you just have that real relationship with God and say, listen, right now it's shaky for me. I need you. Come through. Tell me what do I need to do. I think that's very important for you to have, not only pray like you're, like it's done in church, but talk to God like you're talking to your friend, like you're talking to your father, like you're talking to someone that you care about. And as you do that and have that relationship and breathe through that relationship, because sometimes any relationship is going to get hard, like sometimes it's like, I'm not really feeling this today, but I'm gonna still talk to you. Any relationship is going to get hard. Once you start having that relationship with God, I think you'll have an easier relationship with other people, because now you know how to communicate. Because you've communicated with God. You're like, listen, I got to tell you, I got to be honest, and let God be your friend. And that's why I said breathe through it, because sometimes it takes a lot to be honest. It takes a lot to be true to yourself. Yeah. It takes a lot to do that. So, because it's like, you've been lying to yourself since lying to yourself. So you get an opportunity to tell the truth. Is like, ooh, can you really hear me? But he already knows. And just saying it out of your mouth or saying it to yourself and admitting that, I think that will help you to, I think that'll help all of us, because I'm still work in progress. I'm still, I'm not perfect, but as I breathe, as I talk to God, I get another opportunity, and I just keep going and focusing on the things that I want.
Amen. Period.
Okay, preach.
Oh, that was so great. Okay, now I guess I can share something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some life advice, some practical life advice. I would say, just in this stage of my life, young adult, but an adult, which is crazy, I'd say it's okay to understand that you don't understand everything, and that you don't know what you want, or you think you know what you want. I think it's just good to have that understanding, because you can go through life. I'll speak from my perspective. I was kind of going through life from a standpoint of, I need to have this figured out. Mm-hmm. I need to know why. I need to know where. Mm-hmm. I need to know how. That's not life. Life doesn't do that, which is really crazy. But I kind of feel like that's the joy in life. You're just going through it with some understanding of yourself, that I enjoy community, so I'm going to seek community. Right. And making sure just to seek the things that you're interested in. That's just the first step to starting, and then finding greater things. Because when I started seeking other people, all this stuff just started popping up in my face. And now it's like, yay. Versus, I'm lost.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that, because that is true. You don't know what you don't know, and don't be worried about what you don't know. Just get to it. Just get to it. And that's what she's saying. And I love that, because that's so true. Because as a young person, you're going to spend a lot of time thinking, if I know this, I could do this. Girl, just live your life. Don't be out here trying to figure everything out today. And this is the problem. I used to do that too, where I want to know what's going to happen in 6 months, within a year. Just live your life in that moment, at that time, and do what you say you're going to do right now. You don't know what's going to happen in 6 months. Today could be the day that your biggest miracle comes through. So you do not know. So it's like, live your life day by day, and just do what you say you're going to do. Be the best that you could be today. Just worry about today. Tomorrow going to get here. It's going to come. I promise. Prepare for today. And continue to do that. Stop looking all the way down the road, because you don't know, I don't know, and we want to definitely just stay in the moment.
Yes. No, speaking of staying in the moment, how can other young adults get in the moment with Joyinside?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. So behind me, you can visit our website at joyinsideco.com, and there you will find an application. It's very preliminary. From that preliminary application, you just put your first name, your last name, your email, and if you have a resume or anything about you, like a portfolio or anything about you. We'll take it from there, and we will have someone contact you. One of our volunteers will contact you and do a 30-minute Zoom. That 30-minute Zoom will lead to you potentially being a part of our orientation and we're actually having a new cohort come out in 2024. So if you would like to be a part of Joyinside, or if you would like to be an apprentice at Joyinside, go to joyinsideco.com, where you can fill out an application and you can talk to us on Zoom.
Period. What kind of individuals are you looking for? Anybody and everybody?
I would say not anybody and everybody. We are really targeting people that feel like they haven't had an opportunity and they don't know when their opportunity is going to come. We want to get people that are from the ages of 17 to 27. So anybody that's in high school, you could even be getting your master's. We have programs for beginners all the way to pros, and opportunities for them as well. So anyone that is looking that feels like they just don't know where the opportunity is going to come from. They didn't apply to everything, or they haven't. So anybody from the ages of 17 to 27, and at this time we're targeting mostly Georgia and Fulton County, DeKalb County, Cobb, Henry, and South Fulton. And it's some more counties on the website. It's 168 counties in Georgia, but we're targeting a lot of counties in Georgia at this time, and we're looking to expand soon.
That's crazy. I didn't know there was 168 counties. I don't know what I thought, but definitely not. That's a lot.
It is a lot of counties in Georgia, yes.
Wow.
Yes. Maybe 166, 168, one or the other.
Still, the fact that there's even, you get to
that
100.
Many, yeah. It's a lot.
Wild.
Georgia's huge.
I have a question.
Yes.
Because this kind of just popped in my head. Is the apprenticeship paid or unpaid?
That's a great question. Are you going to get paid? So the training is not paid. The training is because we are offering, a plethora of services during the training. The training is part of the competition because it's based off of your performance. Okay. So if you make it to the 12-week apprenticeship, you will get paid weekly. It just depends. The payment depends on not only your experience, but on the client business that you'll be working on. So the lowest payment right now will be $300 a week for the apprentice, and then we'll move from there. So I don't know if that's kind of confusing. I'm going to double back. The training is the start of the competition to see if you are ready to be an apprentice. So you do a 3-week, it's basically a 3-week performance review to get you prepared. And also you're going to do a mini business case study within that training. And based off your performance, then you will be accepted into the program. Okay. So that's kind of how it works. So once you are an apprentice, you will get some money. Okay. Money. You're going to get this. We're going to pay you. We're going to pay you.
Yes.
So I need to come down here because I've been using this lip gloss. I don't know if you can see it. This lip gloss is Skin RX. I'll put it in the link.
Description.
Yeah, in the description below. But this is some vegan lip gloss made by Dr. C or Laurel Cannon, and I absolutely love it. It really helps with pigmentation, and I really just think it makes your lips super soft. So I needed to let you guys know, if you have a favorite lip gloss, this is your new favorite lip gloss right here.
Wow, thank you.
Definitely. Yes. This is your new favorite lip gloss right here. So, yes, Skin RX, you guys definitely got to check it out. And that's all I have.
Yay. This was such an amazing episode. This was so nice.
Yes.
We should
And
do
thank you
more.
for having me on.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on.
Yes.
Thank you for partnering.
Yes, and yes, shout out to our partnership again, because we're going to be
yes.
doing some great things. We got some great initiatives that you guys should look forward to in the near future. In 2024, we're going to be doing some amazing stuff, so I'm so
Yes.
excited.
This is gonna be such a great year.
Yes,
Period.
2024,
We're in the house.
we're in the house. Joyinside and Creating a Village is here.
Okay. So, wait. Okay. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
This was truly amazing. If you could please tell the people how they can find you.
Yes. You can find me on LinkedIn, Mirah Young. You can also go to Joyinside Co, and I might be the person that you do a Zoom with. So if you apply, we could talk there. And also, that's all I have is a LinkedIn and my lovely website for you to come and talk to me and kind of, do a one-on-one.
Okay. Cool.
But thank you.
All right. I hope you all learned something today. I hope that you all had a good What? Yes. Hi. I hope that you all learned something today. I hope that you all will check out the program. I think it will be extremely beneficial, especially if you are looking for experience in life and to just carry something over into your next endeavors, especially for 2024. It's the beginning of the year. You have so much to look forward to and do. So yes, thank you for tuning in, and remember to keep creating a village wherever you go.